Right, turning to tropical storm brewing tonight, the National Hurricane Center tropical storm Brett is moving towards the Caribbean.
Brett is forecast to strengthen and actually barrel through the Lesser Antilles near hurricane intensity on Thursday and Friday. People in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands are also on standby.
Right now, no watches or warnings have been issued. It's too early to know the magnitude of the location where Brett will hit. Payton, though, is back to break this down for us and help us understand what's happening.
Yeah, Matt. So the current sustained wind speed of this is actually at 40 miles per hour. And I think it's a good thing to point out that tropical depression status is actually 38 mile per hour wind speeds or less. So this is a very weak tropical storm right now. It is moving due west at about 20 miles per hour, but it has not seen huge intensification even just from yesterday to today, even while taking on that tropical storm category threshold kind of name. Right now, it is still far away from the Lesser Antilles, but they are preparing as this is expected to make its way closer to them and then into the Caribbean Sea. So as we go through the current track from the National Hurricane Center, because I know you're probably wondering, Peyton, does this really matter to me? We're all the way here in Northeast Ohio. Well, the thing is, things are just getting started and hurricane season actually starts June 1st. So this would be one of the first bigger systems of the year. And if it actually makes it as a maybe intense level 1, maybe a Category 1 hurricane status, you know, it has the potential to do that, waver back and forth. It is expected to strengthen just a little bit as it passes the Lesser Antilles. It has to hit a threshold of a wind speed in the low 70 mile per hour range for it to become a Category 1 hurricane. There's still the potential that things could strengthen just a little bit as we go through time. That's why we have the cone of uncertainty. As it gets a little bit more distant from its actual point of origin, that's where things are a little less unknown and things can change. So that's why parts of Puerto Rico, even the Dominican Republic, Haiti, everyone has to be on alert as this goes on. But again, this is just one of the first tropical systems of the hurricane season. As it's not a hurricane just yet, it could change into one of those. We'll keep you posted if it does. But there's another tropical wave just on its heels. It's an area of investigation too. So we will keep a very close eye on not only the tropics, but bringing you all the latest, as I know that summertime often marks a big travel season for folks, especially if you have maybe plans to head to the Caribbean, maybe if it's just the Gulf Coast. But switching gears back to our local forecast, summer actually begins tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first official day of the summer season, and it will feel like summer. We'll have some clouds, some sun around, and high temperatures will be in the low 80s. The official time the summer solstice actually happens is close to 11 tomorrow morning, so maybe it's something to teach the kids about. The grandkids, as now they're officially off of school now, talk to them a little bit more about what the summer solstice is. This is actually one of the longest days. I wouldn't say longest days because, you know, they're all 24 hours, but the most daylight we see in a day's time. We've got the clouds across the area right now, but really a clean radar sweep. The potential for an isolated shower here and there can't be ruled out. Same thing with a thunderstorm, just because things are so warm, but they also have so much humidity to them too. So our current air temperature is close to 80 degrees and our dew points also on the rise as well. But we are not one of the warmest zones. You can actually see some of these tones in green on your screen through the mid-Atlantic down through parts of the southeast. That's where a system currently lies, and that's some rain-cooled air, and just thanks to some cloud cover, things aren't as warm. But it's 90 in Minneapolis, the low 80s in Chicago, almost 90 in St. Louis too. So the real warmth is to the west and then south of us. The Lone Star State, they are pushing triple-digit heat indices. In fact, they're coming close to maybe 110 or above in some locations. Our dew points have made its way back into the 60s, so that's a noticeable, more uncomfortable humidity levels across the area. I know a lot of you wanted your windows open for maybe some of the evenings to then not have to use the AC. I think we're all back to using the air conditioning unless you like things a little steamy. Here's that exact system, a big swirling low. Its impacts are going to actually stay with us for the next several days. Where do we go this evening? From the 80s back into the 70s, and we're in for another warm evening as temperatures only drop back into the mid 60s. In your National Zymerant on the hour forecast, again, an isolated shower storm can't be ruled out. But as we go overnight, the clouds will thin just a little bit. Tomorrow morning, things still calm, collective, and cool. Not really cool. They're going to be warm in the 60s too. We see sunshine through the afternoon, and it's really going to be a perfect pool day. Another isolated rain chance late in the day, and it's all featured here in your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast. We go from the 80s tomorrow back into the 70s for Thursday as we switch the wind direction just a little bit. But we warm through the weekend, and that's something that has changed. Our rain chances for the weekend have gone down low, but we are way back here with some more 3 News at 4 right after the break.